Greetings, Taku Faithful. Thank you for joining me again this week. Once again, it's Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief, and I'm here to bring you all a long-awaited and long-overdue update video right here on Otaku Assemble Weekly. And finally, here to bring you all a very, very long overdue update video. So I'm pretty much going to take this time to pretty much let you all know what's been going on in the 4 months that I've been gone, what I've been up to, what I'm working on, and also share some of my plans and ideas for the channel in the upcoming weeks and months and so on and so forth. So first things first, let's dispense with the elephant in the room. What happened with the 4-month hiatus that I was on? Because I know that, okay, for the record though, it wasn't planned, it wasn't intended, anything like that. I wasn't planning on taking that type of time off. I wasn't, especially since I was in the middle of doing reviews. And then of course, like, I didn't update you guys like I normally do. And I know plenty of you sent comments and messages on both, on the YouTube channel, the Facebook page, the Twitter page, hell, even my personal Facebook page, and which I appreciate, and like I said, it was my fault, and and I take responsibility for that. I should have at least an update video here and there during the hiatus. Okay, so pretty much what happened with that? Well, this is what happened. Some of you may know that in late June, early July, I got a new job. Full-time job, which I'm still working, by the way. And but my schedule was flexible enough to where I could maneuver, still put up videos and this, that, and the other. Well, in September, I got on a fixed schedule where every week in and week out it was the same thing. And the thing was that fixed schedule conflicted with my uploading, with my recording and uploading days. I was working every weekend, which is the main days when I record and upload, and also I was working Tuesday nights, which conflicted with my Sons of Anarchy reviews. So yeah, and I was on that schedule up until Thanksgiving. From September up till Thanksgiving, I was on that schedule, week in, week out, working every other day. And what ended up happening was I got into a schedule of my own where, since I was working every other day, I would write on my days off. So I was literally working 24/7. What was it? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm writing all day. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm working. So, and that's what happened. And when you have that type of schedule, the one thing that there isn't time for is YouTube. And that's just the truth. I mean, even on my days off, when I'm writing from noon to 6, yeah, the last thing I want to do is try to crank out YouTube videos that night, especially since I got to be at work the next day. So there just wasn't any time. And so that was the main reason for the hiatus. So as I mentioned, what I had been doing in the meantime, I mentioned that I was writing every other day. I am currently working on a new comic book series, which I've mentioned in previous videos. Currently on the 3rd issue, count it, 3. I'm currently writing the 3rd issue, and as of today, I've reached the 72 plus 4, the 76-page marker. So I've written 76 pages of content so far. That's a lot. So yeah, and that's great. That's what I've been doing. And so anyway, I bet you guys are wondering, well, if my work schedule was, that fixed and that stern, that solid before, what's different now? Well, it just so happens that I do believe I am currently in the midst of a schedule change, a new schedule change, which should afford me more time to do YouTube videos, especially since the main shows that I'm going to be reviewing in the next couple of months are going to be airing on the weekend. So it looks like I should be able to upload more regularly now. And I mean, and we're I'm now in the midst of a season where I'm pretty much I think I'm gonna be booked all the way up until the summer, which I'll get into more detail about that when I get into the shows that I actually want to review. Which I guess, yeah, now is as good as time as any to get into that. So what are my plans for the channel for the upcoming weeks, for the upcoming months, and things of that nature? Let's talk about the TV shows, since I just mentioned them. Might as well talk about it. Let's talk about the TV shows. And what I'm going to do, keep note of this, what I am going to do in this update video is discuss things that I want to do rather than things that I will do, because I have noticed, because of the hiatus, there were a lot of things I promised that I was unable to deliver on. So I'm not going to promise anything. I'm just going to share my thoughts, my ideas, things I want to do on the channel in the upcoming months. So the first thing is I want to continue reviewing Black Sails. I think I'm going to go ahead, pick that up for weekly episode reviews. And I do want to take this time out to thank you all who made my episode 1 review a successful video. Last time I checked, about 2 hours ago, over 1,000 views in less than 24 hours. So that's awesome. That's fantastic. I want to thank you all for checking out that video. I highly recommend it to you guys. If you have not checked out either my review or the show yet, feel free to do so. I think episode 1 is still on YouTube. Like, the full episode is actually on YouTube. Stars released it, I think, like at the beginning of the month. They released episode 1 on YouTube for free, so you could go and watch. I do believe so. So just go ahead and, you know, search Black Sails episode 1. And for those of you all who have yet to check out my review, it will be linked on the video. Let's say here. It'll be linked right up here, since apparently you can annotate full videos now. So there it is, right there. Click on it, check it out. I think you guys will enjoy the review. Now, funny thing is, I went ahead, hopped on Wikipedia, checked out the schedule for Black Sails, and it looks like as soon as Black Sails ends, the next show I want to go ahead and pick up, Da Vinci's Demon Season 2 premieres. I don't know if I mentioned, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in some video I did last year, but originally I had always intended to review Da Vinci's Demons. It's that when Season 1 premiered, you know, I was kind of on the fence about it. I didn't really know. And then after the 4th episode, I was fucking hooked. I was like, oh my god, yes. And then after the finale, I'm like, definitely I'm reviewing Season 2. So yeah, Da Vinci's Demons, gonna pick that up when that starts in March. Now, let's talk about Vikings. I think Vikings is supposed to kick off in February? Like next month, I think. And it's supposed to be airing on Thursdays. Now, that might conflict with my work schedule, but the good thing is that it's right before the weekend, which actually works to my benefit, because I'll be able to record it when it premieres on Thursday night, and then I'll have that weekend to post the review. But it won't be too far behind to where all of a sudden my reviews are relevant. You know, it's not like it's premiering on Monday and I have to wait until the weekend to post the review. I think it's going to be airing on Thursdays, so then I should be able to get my review out, if not on Friday, then definitely by Saturday. So that actually kind of works out. I was worried about it at first, but it's not as big as a problem as I thought it might have been. So yes, I still want to go ahead and review Viking Season 2. And let's see, is there any other show that I want to pick up? New show, I mean. I think that's about it. Arrow. Okay, unfortunately, this is what happened with Arrow. I missed the last 2 episodes of Season 1. Missed pretty much the first half of Season 2. But then when I went ahead and just started watching it again, I was so lost. So now I've been slowly trying to piece together what's been going on with the few episodes I've seen of Season 2. Because I've been watching like the last 3 episodes as they premiered. So yeah, so then all the first 7 or so I haven't seen, but I got them on my DVR. So I need to catch up with Arrow. That's the thing. And seeing as how we're already like halfway through Season 2, I'm just going to go ahead and forego the Season 2 reviews. And who knows, I might pick it up with Season 3. I know it's going to be kind of weird because I got season 1, which I didn't even complete, and then no season 2, and then pick up season 3. I don't know. It's going to be kind of weird, but I am still watching it. That's the thing. Like I do still enjoy the series. I'm shocked at what all they've put in the series at this point. We're talking about Ra's al Ghul, Brother Blood, the Flash, Black Canary, and it's a character that I didn't even anticipate. Slade came back as a villain. Crazy shit. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it right now. So, thumbs up. Okay, and then of course, let's talk about the Big Bad Booty Daddy, which is the Game of Thrones reviews. Okay, last time you heard from me about the Game of Thrones reviews, I was like, nope, not doing it anymore. Not only am I not reviewing it, I'm not even watching the show anymore. Now, due to the intervention of some of my friends and people I've met and talked to since season 3 ended, I'm not saying that I'm necessarily going to continue reviewing it, but it's not out of the question anymore. I am considering it for a multitude of reasons. But I'll go ahead and I'll quote my friend Bryce Duncan. One of the main reasons that he pointed out that made sense to me is continuity. This is the longest show running that I've reviewed from start to finish. Sons, I picked up in with season, I think season 5 was when I started reviewing something. No, wait, was it season 5 or was it season 4? Shit, I can't even remember. It was season 4. It was season 4, yeah. I started reviewing Sons in season 4. Arrow, I did start from the beginning, but I didn't finish with season 2. Thundercats got canceled prematurely. Da Vinci's Demons I'm picking up with season 2. Vikings isn't that far along yet. Black Sails I just picked up. So anyway, but the point is, Game of Thrones is the one show. It's in its 4th season coming up, and I was reviewing that from day 1. The fact that I have so much time invested in it already, it's like, you started it, just finish it. So, and that does kind of make sense to me because that's the flagship segment of this channel. I mean, that's what made this channel grow to prominence the way it did from the get-go. And that kind of struck a chord with me. Just the idea of see it through, for better or worse. Just ride that fucking train, just wherever it goes. So that's why I am reconsidering it. Once again, I'm not saying I'm going to, but it's not out of the question either. So there's hope. So there. And with that being said, now I want to talk about videos that you'll be seeing next week. Next week, a Sons of Anarchy Season 6 review. Like one video encompassing the whole review. Because I was following Sons every week. Yeah, don't ask me how I did it, but I did it. I was following it every week, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do one video reviewing the whole season. So at least I can keep that up. Not episode by episode, but you'll still have a season 6 solid review. That's going up next week. Legend of Korra season 2. I marathoned it in one day. One night actually. I marathoned the whole thing. I'm gonna be doing a whole full season review of that. That's gonna be going up next week. And let's see. Next weekend is the first weekend in February. I'm gonna kick off another month of Miyazaki. The reason being is that February 28th marks the worldwide, well, no, I don't know about worldwide, but definitely US-wide release of The Wind Rises, which is Hayao Miyazaki's swan song. This is his final film. It's already out. It's been out in Japan since the summer. It's going to be limited release in a couple of weeks and then nationwide release on the 28th. So what I want to do is every Friday in February, I'll be doing another month of Miyazaki where I'll review a Hayao Miyazaki film, Hayao Miyazaki Studio Ghibli film, and then that'll wrap on the 28th with my review of The Wind Rises, because I'm going to go see that shit opening day. opening day, I'm gonna go see it. So that's what I want to do for February. So yeah, so as of next week, you can pretty much, I'm pretty much planning on doing Sons of Anarchy Season 6 review, Legend of Korra Season 2 review, Black Sails Episode 2 review, and a month of Miyazaki review for next week. And in the meantime, I'm not too sure about this. If I can get the video, I will do it. But there might be a couple of little funny videos being posted throughout the week. We'll see what's been going on with that. Okay, and with these last couple of minutes, let's go ahead and let's jump into shout-out territory. I got a couple of shout-outs I want to give out that I want to take this time to do. First, shout out to my man, Manga Main. For those of you all who don't follow his channel, you've actually missed my appearances on YouTube during the hiatus, because the one thing I have been able to do is my man Manga Main, he does a live stream on YouTube every Friday night, and I've actually been able to pop in on some of those, and that's kind of what I've been doing, you know, at least keeping somewhat relevant on YouTube during my hiatus. You know, Friday night, you know, after I've been writing all day and I just want to chill out and relax, I'd hop on Main's live stream and kick it with him and some of the other guys on there. So shout out to Manga Main, and shout out to all the guys kicking it in the streams, you know, Strapped Up 24, Esper Review, also known as Random Black Gamer, popped in every now and then. Darius 19R popped in a couple of times. And some other guys who YouTube channels I can't remember. I know their real names, but I can't remember their YouTube channels. But you know, Trayvon, Nick, you know, you guys stay frosty. So that's the first shout out. Let's see. Second shout out goes to the cast and crew of The Shelter, which is an independent film I just finished working on. I was a grip, you know, crew member for that. We just got done shooting it earlier this month. Written and directed by John Fallon, starring Michael Pare and Gail James. Pretty cool film. And whenever the film's released, I'll actually do a review of it for you know, on this channel. But yeah, it was just an awesome experience. Shout out to everybody, like I said, cast and crew that I worked with, you know, Holbrook Multimedia, Mr. Alvin, Charles, you know, all the, you know, production crew and whatnot, producers, you know, management, everybody. Shout out to you guys. We did a kick-ass job. It was awesome. Except that one night we had to shoot in the graveyard. It was fucking cold. I'm sorry, dude. Look, it was like 19 degrees down here in fucking, and we were out in Abbeville, and it was like 19 degrees. Wind chill factor of like 13. It was horrible. It was too damn cold. Oh, it was too cold that night. But I had a lot of fun doing it. Second, next shout out. Since I talked about the management team for The Shelter, my next shout out goes to Donnie Broussard and Jason Bienvenu, some of my personal friends, fellow comic book creators who have just kicked off the Kickstarter campaign for their comic book miniseries Vamped, which is also the source material for the TV pilot that I worked on last winter, that we did that. Anyway, shout out to Donnie and Jason. Best of luck on the Kickstarter campaign. I want my copies of the damn books. I saw that y'all got the samples printed out already. I want them. I want my copies. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm either going to annotate their Kickstarter campaign here, or I might do it below, or both. But definitely it will be linked in the description box. So guys, please check it out. If you're digging the project, if you like it, if it's something you'd want to see, go ahead, pledge. You know, support indie comic book creators. You know, we gotta help each other out. And speaking of which, that brings me to my next Kickstarter shout out. I got an email the other day from comic book artist Ron Joseph, which I'm not really sure how me and Ron know each other exactly. You know, when Ron sent me the email, he was like, you know, if you're receiving this, then you know we know each other, affiliated somehow. And I'm like, how do we know each other? But anyway, Ron is working on a new comic book with Nathan Sage called The Shepherd. I went ahead, checked out the Kickstarter page. The fucking artwork is phenomenal. I mean, nice. The story's pretty interesting. I definitely got like a, you know, Princess Mononoke vibe from it. Thought it was pretty interesting. And they're in the last 5 days and they're less than $2,000 from meeting their goals. So guys, check out their Kickstarter. Once again, I'm either going to annotate the link here, both, but definitely in the description box, I will include the link for The Shepherd. Check that out. It looks fucking phenomenal. And I wish Nathan and Ron best of luck on that project. I'd really love to see that hard copy though. Hard copy. Digital is fine, but you know, I gotta see it. I gotta feel it. Gotta feel in pages. Gotta smell the ink. I gotta, you know. But I'm definitely planning on checking that out. And let's see. I think that will do it. I mean, final shout outs. You know, all of my favorite, you know, YouTube channels and fellow YouTubers, you know, the Rogues Gallery crew, Hugo Strange, Manga Man, Straptor24, Jay Mason, you know, the YouTuber Core, that entire group, you know, with Ziploc, with Zip, with Kayla, with Mount Vernon Kid, that whole crew. Shout out to them. You know, keep doing your thing. And also, I do want to take this time. Funny story. I do want to take this time to send a special shout out to one of my viewers, one of the Otaku faithful that I ran into at the bus stop earlier this week, a couple of days ago. It was funny. Huge shout out to her. And if you are checking out this update video, please feel free to message me either on YouTube or on the Facebook page or on my personal Facebook page, so you know we can keep in touch. Because I didn't get your contact info, but you were awesome. Shout out to you, and you know who you are. She knows who she is. Anyway, so that's going to go ahead. That's going to wrap up this update video. Once again, just to recap, guys. Next week, keep an eye out for the following videos: Sons of Anarchy Season 6 review, Legend of Korra Season 2 review, Black Sails Episode 2 review, and my first month of Miyazaki movie review for February. I mean, to kick off the second month of Miyazaki. But with that being said, this has been Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief. I'm signing off, and until next time, peace.